Hello gang, we're coming to you from my home again. I'm trying to video off my phone this time, see how that works out for us. We are continuing with writing for public relations this week. Last week, you remember you talked a bit about propaganda. We had an assignment dealing with propaganda techniques, so I look forward to grading those. This week, we're switching gears, talking about writing news releases. We're also talking about PSAs and storyboards. You have two assignments for next week. The storyboard and PSA assignment will be due on Friday the 15th, and the news release will be due on the 17th. The thing you need to think about whenever you're writing a news release is that it is very much like news writing. Your first audience is, in fact, the news. You're trying to get print journalists, broadcast journalists to continue with your story. So you write your news release with them in mind. Therefore, you need to write it in a news format, using good AP style, using good grammar. The difference between a news release and a hard news story is that when you write it, you will include your contact information. So at the very top, you'll say, for information, contact, and put your name, and then you'll put your phone number. You'll also include a headline, and you'll also include a date line. That's where you see where the city is that you're writing the story and what the date is. And then you go on with your story. Still need to use inverted pyramid. You still need a strong attention-grabbing lead that will get their attention. One thing you do want to keep in mind when you're writing a news release, they're going to believe that you're trying to flower things up. They're going to be looking for hyperbole, things like state-of-the-art and revolutionary and one-of-a-kind. You need to avoid those kinds of terms because when journalists see that, they think, okay, you're trying to oversell this story. It's not really that newsworthy, and it's going to go through file 13. They're going to throw it right in the trash, okay? Something else you need to think about, how do you make your news release stand apart? Because journalists get tons of these. One way is using good quotes. Talk to the sources, talk to the people who are involved, and get good quotations. Another way is to use statistics or numbers. How much is it going to cost? How many people are going to be affected? Something that will add a human interest element. So those are things you need to keep in mind when you're writing a news release. Alrighty. PSAs, you should have read about PSAs last week, so that's one of your assignments, is developing a PSA, developing a storyboard. Again, that assignment is due Friday, April 15th. Your news release assignment is due Sunday, April 17th. Again, both assignments are due by midnight. Also remember to do the discussion board post for this week, and also remember your blog assignments. Continue with those. Guys, I'm really enjoying what you're doing with your blogs. Keep that up. That's good stuff, okay? Just please make sure you're editing your work. We want to develop good habits, and that comes with practice. So that's what we're after here. Two final notes. For most of you, you're going to be able to start enrolling this week. Please see your advisor. The last thing in the world we want is for you to try and self-advise, get out of sequence, look at the wrong dates, get the wrong classes, be looking for a class that's not offered, those types of things. So let us work with you. Let us help you, all right? That's what your advisors are for. So make sure you get in and see them. Also, this Thursday and Friday is the Show Me Justice Film Festival. Please go see it. For those of you in digital cinema, if you skip out on the Show Me Justice Film Festival, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm going to question, why are you in digital cinema if we have a film festival and you're not going to attend it? So make sure you go to the Show Me Justice Film Festival. For those of you who are not in digital cinema, this is a great place to find stories, great place to make some contacts, great place to find out different ways of performing the media and telling stories. As an added carrot, I'm going to offer 15 extra credit points if you will write me a 220-word feature story, just like you did for your Learning to a Greater Degree feature, 220 words, just the same as that assignment, some event that you attended with the Show Me Justice Film Festival. 15 extra credit points, all for you. All right? If you have any questions, get in touch with me and have a great week.